powerful testimony from the now Sergeant Lisa Forbes. She was a detective constable at the time. She was Officer Northrup's partner and said she worked with him for more than a decade. Through tears, she described in detail what happened that night, July 2nd, 2021, testifying that right before he was hit, Officer Northrup had his hands up with his palms out in what she described as a pleading motion to get the vehicle to stop.
It was a stabbing investigation that led the two plainclothes officers, Forbes and Northrup, down into the underground parking lot at Nathan Phillips Square. Forbes testifying that while they were attempting to locate a crime scene, they heard a child. She said they then found Zamir standing outside his SUV with his wife and child inside. At that time, I have my badge around my neck, and I say, "Hello, police, can we talk to you?" He looked surprised, and he jumped in his vehicle, and I thought that was odd, she said. She told the court she then walked up to the car, held her badge up against the window, and identified herself 2 more times, thinking there may be a language barrier or miscommunication. I speak slower and louder, and I say, "Police, roll down your window." She said the car then lurched forward, and she banged on the window, yelling, "Stop." The car stopped, she said, to avoid hitting an unmarked police vehicle in front of it, blocking its way. She said it then made a series of maneuvers to escape, one of which clipped Officer Northrup, causing him to stumble and end up in front of the vehicle. Jeff raises his hand and puts them out up in front with his palms out. At this point, it's more of a plea, and the car accelerates and it hits Jeff and it sends him flying backwards, she said. She describes the SUV struggling to drive over Northrup and the officer's body rolling under the vehicle several times and coming out the end. Through tears, she continued, "I go up to Jeff and he looks like he's fallen off a building. He's mangled. I was afraid to touch him because I didn't want to hurt him. He's so twisted that it's almost not possible to put him on his back. And at that time, he exhaled, and then he exhaled a second time, and then that was it."
Now, the accused, Umar Zamir, has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder in the death of Constable Jeffrey Northup. And it's important to note as well that he has no relation to that stabbing investigation that was underway. A reminder in his opening argument yesterday, Zamir's defense attorney saying that the family, Zamir and his wife, did not believe that the two officers were actually police because they were in plain clothes and because they were, in what the defense described, acting aggressively. Forbes will continue her testimony tomorrow.